Hey everybody, my name is Zen of Zero, and welcome to If My Heart Had Wings. I know you can't read that is in Japanese, and there's a reason for that. There is an English version of this, but I to install Restoration Patch and the Sweet Love UI because I have heard that this story is much more enjoyable and much better with this installed into it. Alright, let's go. Let's start the story. And for the record, this is a visual novel. Road bicycle racing is known as the toughest sport. Oh, come on. Among other things, the hill climb is hell too. While putting strain on every muscle in your body, you have to continue pedaling without any brakes to climb a steep hill. At that time, I always think, I can't do this anymore. I'll make this race my last. Even though I think that every time in the end, I still take part in the next race. Here, I'll do it this way. Sorry, guys. I've endured severe training so that I don't put my feet down halfway through the hill climb. Why do I do that? Because once I finish the hill climb, my reward is waiting for me. Nothing compares to the feeling of cutting through the wind as I race down the hill section at the blistering speeds. At that moment, I feel an incredible rush. Then I realize that I have forgotten about everything. The pain of the hill climb, the strain on every muscle in my body, and the days of hard practice. It's not a matter of whether I win or lose the race. I just enjoy it, and that's why I continue to ride. That's how it should have been. I still didn't have much experience in life at that time, and it was something beyond my imagination. Suddenly, without warning, something was taken from me. I could also say shut away or lost. However, to directly express the emotion I felt at the time, taken is the word that best fits. So, there was one thing I learned. Life isn't all about having fun. I learned a lesson in life. The thing I lost was everything. I let myself get depressed about this, but I should have thought about it a little more. If something could be taken from me so abruptly, then something could be given to me just as suddenly. The wind blew, a gentle but strong wind. It would not be unreasonable to call it an encounter. What this could be the start of. Even now, there's still no way for me to know. The windmill is turning. People are overwhelmed just because of the size of such enormous things. This unnatural silhouette serves as a purpose, but to those who don't know what that is, it would appear to be something very bizarre. With so many lined up like this, it could be said to be even more overwhelming. But why is that? The sight of the white windmills lined up on the green hills somehow seems so picturesque. This is amazing, to think that something like this could be made. At the very least, 5 years ago, there was nothing here, just a wide open space. I heard they were going to build a large-scale renewable energy research facility. The cell phone in my pocket vibrated to tell me I had received a text. It's from Anchan. To Aoi. Did you arrive here already? Sorry I couldn't come to meet you. My name is written using a Chinese character read as Aoi. It's a difficult character and is often mistaken for Midori. Incidentally, whether it is Aoi or Midori, it is often mistaken for a girl's name, which causes a few problems. I'll quickly write a reply. I hardly ever text, so I find the key touch awkward to use. I got here a little too early, so I'm just going for a stroll. The windmills are amazing. Okay, send. The reply came quickly. They're great, aren't they? It's the new famous spot of Kazagura. If you have any problems, contact me anytime. Thank you, Aunt-chan. As I sent the text, I sat down on the grass. Oh, this is me talking, actually, to you guys. I left the characters' voices on, mainly so to get a feel for how they're actually reacting. I will translate after they finish their Japanese dialogue. This place is on the hillsides, so from there I was able to gaze at the lake and the town that stretches across the opposite bank. And also, my character, Aoi, does not speak, I speak for him. The rapid redevelopment of the town of Kazagura meant that the remnants of the old buildings from the Showa era are intermingled with the modern architecture. The view expresses both the past and the future at the same time. Something white skimmed across my field of vision. For a moment, it looked like one of the windmill blades had come flying off, but there's no way that could happen. Is it a paper airplane? I got up and headed down the slope to look for it. The paper airplane, gliding gently, eventually lost its momentum and descended. Gotcha! I ran ahead of it, did a small jump, and caught it in midair. Where did this come flying from? Judging from the direction, it had come from the top of the hill. At a time and place like this, could there be someone here besides me? I took the paper airplane with me as I climbed up the slope. Just as I was about to be able to see the top, a sudden gust of strong wind blew the paper airplane out of my hand. Hey, wait! I chased after the paper airplane and ran up to the slope. If my heart had wings. Then, just as I finally caught it, there was someone on top of the hill. It was a girl, sitting in a wheelchair. Looking fleetingly into the distant sky, a sudden breeze blew her hair, and she combed it back with her fingers. Against the background of the blue sky and the windmills that spread across my view, the girl's black hair and white blouse looked incredible. It was as if I was looking at a completed work of art. The girl noticed me. At first I thought I should make an excuse for why I was there. It was like I had stepped into her world without permission, and I started to feel guilty. She's not saying anything. Some guy had just suddenly appeared, so perhaps she was being cautious? To show her the reason why I had come up there, I held out the paper airplane. Did you throw this? The moment she saw it, her facial expression stiffened. She looks like she's about to cry. Suddenly, tears appeared in those delicate eyes. What? The tears that had welled up in the corners of her eyes came running down her face. So, it got to you. As I watched, great big tears came rolling down her cheeks. Hey! Without thinking, I walked up beside her. What's wrong? Do you hurt somewhere? She shakes her head. As she shook her head, she touched the hand that I had unconsciously held out as if she were clinging to it. Her hand was small and trembling. I was scared. Squeeze. She gently squeezed my hand. It's okay now. I didn't even know what the situation was. However, as I answered, I squeezed her hand back. Ow! Ow, ow, hey! Before I knew it, there was something like a chicken at my feet, and all of a sudden it started pecking at me. Uh-oh. I've got a problem. Alright, that problem's solved. Ow, that hurts! What is this thing? Stop that, Hat! Hat, as it was called, calmed down at her command. I don't think I need to make sound effects for that thing. Is it a duck? With a yellow beak and white feathers, it was a duck that looked like a chicken. For some reason, it was wearing a hat. I'm sorry, it's because I was crying. It seems like he mistakenly thought you made me cry. Ah. So this is how surprising it is to be suddenly attacked by an animal. However, thanks to that, it looked like that she'd stopped crying. Is a towel okay? I don't carry a handkerchief around with me. As I said that, without waiting for her to reply, I took a hand towel out of my bag. Of course, it had been washed, so it was clean. Thank you. Why were you crying? If it hurts somewhere... That's not it! As she answered, she poured into one of the tires of her wheelchair. It had lost its air and collapsed. You got a flat tire. Because of that, I've been stuck here. I have been here for an hour already. What a terrible situation. Just a mere flat tire for her is like having her legs taken away. Don't you have a cell phone? I left it in my room. She answered, dismayed. That's why I thought of another way to call for help. That way, if there is someone who receives my SOS, they can come here for me. SOS? Oh, this? I opened up the paper airplane that I still had in my hand. I'm in trouble. Someone help me. I'm on Windmill Hill. So when someone arrived carrying the paper airplane, she felt relieved and started to cry. She was fine now, but until just now, she was shaking. That must be how scared she was. Hold on a moment. The bag at my feet rustled as I rummaged around inside it. When she saw the tools that I had taken out, she seemed confused. Would it be okay for you to get out for a moment?
どうして
Why? I'm gonna fix it. You can't go anywhere if you have a flat tire, can you?
そうだけど
Well, yeah, but, why would you be able to give me a
貸して
hand?
もらってもいいかしら
I think the question she asked was, would I be able to give her a hand? Of course. Getting out of the wheelchair is not easy for her. What should I do? From the methods I'd seen on TV, the care workers do it by embracing them from the front. We both looked as though we'd imagined that situation and froze.
やっぱり自分で
I think I'll do it myself. Excuse me a moment. As I put my arms around her sides to her back, I suddenly lifted her up. Whoa, she's light. Because she was much lighter than I had expected, there was a bit too much momentum. Hup! Before she could grasp the situation, I put her down on the soft grass. I'll have it fixed soon, so hold on a moment. Sure. They're made in the same way as bicycle tires. I immediately started on the repairs. She's behind me, so I can't see her expression, but I had a feeling I was being stared at with contempt. As I was quietly working, the duck was waddling around me and pecking at the soil. Is this duck your pet?
違うただの同居人
No, he isn't. We're housemates. Housemates?
散歩しようと思ったら勝手についてきちゃったの
I thought I'd go outside and he started to follow me.
ハトあんまり遠くへ行っちゃダメよ
Hat!
置いてっちゃうんだから
Don't go too far. You'll get left behind.
まあ
Do ducks recognize their own names? When he's called, he responds by turning around. Hey, he's pretty smart.
そうなのよだから困るのいたずらばっかりして
Yes, he is. That's why he's so much trouble. He's always getting into mischief. As I looked at the duck, I saw her legs laid out in the grass in my field of vision. So, she can't move them? There are a number of reasons why people need to use a wheelchair, but it looked like she had been wheelchair bound for a while. When I picked her up just now, her body stiffened with surprise, but there was no strength at all in her legs. The duck returned from its little excursion. While walking around her, we would occasionally try to jump onto her lap.
邪魔
Get off me! She said as she made him get down again. As I watched this exchange from the corner of my eye, I fixed a flat tire.
男の子ってすごいのねそんな道具いつも持ち歩いてるんだ
Boys are great, aren't they? They always walk around with those kind of tools. I don't know how many boys you've met, but I personally don't. That's not really the case, though. I sometimes carry them with me. Thank you.
私草の上に座るのなんて久しぶり柔らかくて気持ちいい
This is the first time I've sat on the grass in ages. It's soft and feels so nice. As she said that, she made a little sound as she stretched.
いいところよねここ
This place is great, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
部屋の窓から見えるのよ
I can see it from my window.
来てみたかったの
I wanted to come here just once. The wind blows through here. 5 years ago, there were no windmills, though.
5年前
5 years ago. I've just come back to this town.
そうなんだ
Oh, really? She directed her gaze at something far away.
じゃああなたは
So, you've come back to your hometown? Yeah. She suddenly looked down and seemed lonely, and strangely sad. There was an awkward silence as I continued working. The duck twisted its neck to look up at the sky.
どうしたのハット
What is it, Hat? She was tempted to look up, too. I wonder what that is. I don't see anything. What's that?
何か飛んでる
Something is flying. There's something floating in the air. It's crossing the lake and gradually getting closer. I'll see it! Oh, that. Huh. At first I thought it was a paper airplane that she had thrown coming back to us. But it wasn't. What? That is definitely not a paper airplane. What's wrong with your vision, man? It crossed the lake and eventually reached the air above the small hill where we were. An airplane? It's not paper. It's a real airplane. But what is this? Its silhouette is much thinner than any plane I know, and the wings are really big.
グライダーだ
It's a glider.
間違いないあれグライダーよ
No doubt about it. That's a glider. A glider. I repeated the name as if to confirm it, and then looked at the sky once more. With its big white wings and wide silhouette, it reminded me of somewhat of a seagull.
ほら見て旋回してる
Hey look, it's turning. It's so pretty. The glider is continuing to turn leisurely above our heads. It's flying ever so slowly.
当然よ水力がないんだもの
Of course, it doesn't have any thrust. As it proceeded slowly across the blue sky, it seemed to be floating rather than flying.
あんな風に飛ぶんだ
To fly on the wind like that, it looks like it would feel nice.
降りてきた
It's coming down. The turning glider looks as if it had given up on rising, and came down towards the top of our hill. I mean, it's not like it was coming down to land. It was just reducing its altitude. Why don't we try waving? They might notice us. Yeah. She earnestly stretched out her hand and waved towards the white aircraft floating in the sky.
わが
I don't know if the pilot noticed us or not. However, the wings reflected a gleaming light, and it really did look as if it was answering us from calling out to it. Then the glider turned its back to us and flew away, back to the other side of the lake, where it had come from.
ちょっと
It's gone, she mumbled sadly as she lowered her head. Extend the little wings which fly in the sky highly. Cascada. I believe that's what they're called. All those annoying bugs. Well, at least it didn't last long. Alright, this is gonna be the first episode of me. And back. We saved it. And now let's go back to the Alright everybody, that will do it for episode 1. Thank you all so much for watching this. This series is probably going to go on for a little while, seeing as I've heard this is a long story. I actually enjoyed it so far. I know this is a small beginning, but Everything has to start somewhere. In any case, thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. And follow me on Snapchat at Xandom0 to get all the daily updates of what's going on with my life and the channel. And as always, see you next time.